Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today.
Exam season. You know the drill, right? The books are everywhere, the highlighters are running dry, and the pressure is definitely on. It's this unique kind of stress, and let's be honest, for so many of us, the very first casualty is a good night's sleep. I mean, have you been there? You're lying in bed, your mind is just racing, replaying formulas or historical dates, and you know you need to rest, but your brain just will not shut off. If that sounds even remotely familiar, trust me, you are in very good company. In fact, some studies show that up to 60% of students report their sleep quality just tanks, especially during these high-stress times. It's a huge problem, but here's the good news. Understanding why it's happening is the absolute first step to taking back control. Okay, so let's get right into the heart of it. To really get a grip on exam stress, we first have to look at what's fueling us. We have to ask, what's our motivation? Because the reason you're hitting the books has a massive, massive impact on how you handle all this pressure. You see, it really boils down to two fundamental types of motivation. And the balance between them can either be like a shield that protects you from stress, or it can be the very thing that turns the volume way, way up. So first up, we've got what's called autonomous motivation. This is your internal engine. It's when you're studying because you genuinely think the subject is cool, or you can see exactly how it connects to who you want to be in the future. It's that I want to do this feeling. And then, on the flip side, we have controlled motivation. This is all about pressure, whether it's from the outside or from inside your own head. You're studying because you feel you have to avoid that guilty feeling, to live up to someone's expectations, or just to pass that big test. And research shows this have-to motivation goes through the roof during exam time. And this is where the vicious cycle kicks in. When we're running on that have-to motivation, it directly pours fuel on the fire of test anxiety. And that anxiety, well, that's one of the biggest reasons for our sleepless nights. The connection is crystal clear. The more you feel forced to study, the more anxious you're probably going to feel, and the worse you're going to sleep. Now, hearing all that, you might think all pressure is the enemy, right? But what if I told you it's not about eliminating pressure, but about finding your sweet spot? Because the actual science of performance tells a much more interesting story. Yeah, because here's the thing. A little bit of pressure, it can actually be a good thing. It can sharpen your focus and even give your performance a boost. The real trick and the secret to success is figuring out how to get just the right amount. And this brings us to this classic idea in psychology called the Yerkes-Dodson law. It's a bit of a mouthful, but the concept is simple. It basically says that there's an ideal level of arousal, you can think of that as stress or excitement, where we perform at our absolute best. I want you to picture an upside-down U, okay? On the far left, you've got too little pressure. You're bored, you're unfocused, performance is in the gutter. On the far right, you've got way too much pressure. You're anxious, you're overwhelmed, and performance crashes again. The magic happens right there at the top of the curve. That's the sweet spot. That's where you're alert, engaged, and doing your best work. But here's a super important detail. That sweet spot moves. It's not fixed. For a simple task like maybe drilling flashcards, a bit more pressure can actually help you. But for something really complex, like solving a multi-step problem, you actually need to be in a calmer, more focused state to do well. So the million-dollar question is, how do we actually stay in that peak performance zone? Let's talk about some practical, hands-on tools you can start using, like today, to manage your mindset. Okay, scenario 1, you're feeling flat. Bored, sleepy, scrolling on your phone instead of studying. You need to dial up your energy. Don't just sit there and fight it. Get up, have a good stretch, do 30 seconds of jumping jacks, run in place, whatever. Or try setting a tiny goal, like, okay, for the next 10 minutes, all I'm gonna do is summarize this one paragraph. Now for the other side of the coin. What if you're feeling totally wired, jittery, mind racing? This is that high anxiety zone that kills your focus and follows you to bed. To dial it down, just take 1 or 2 minutes for some slow, deep breathing. Seriously, make your exhale longer than your inhale. Right now, drop your shoulders away from your ears and unclench your jaw. And try this amazing mental trick. Just tell yourself, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. It helps you channel all that energy into something productive instead of letting it become fear. All right, let's get to our final strategy. This one is a game changer. It's a proactive technique that top athletes, surgeons, pilots, all kinds of top performers use to get their minds ready for high-stakes moments. It's called visualization. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This is
absolutely wild. When you mentally rehearse something in really vivid detail, your brain lights up in almost the exact same way as if you were actually doing it. Your brain literally doesn't know the difference.
So what you're doing here is creating a new normal in your mind. By repeatedly imagining yourself walking into that exam room feeling calm, focused, and confident, you are literally programming your brain for a positive response. So when the real day arrives, that feeling of success is already familiar territory. And look, you can totally create your own. It's easy. First, just take a few deep breaths to chill out. Then, write out the story of your perfect exam experience. Be super specific. What does the room look like? What pen are you holding? Most important, how do you feel? Feel that sense of calm as you read the first question. Feel the knowledge just flowing easily. Then, record yourself reading the story on your phone and listen to it every day leading up to the test. So as you dive back into your studies, I want to leave you with this question. Because it's not just about what you cram into your head, it's about how you prepare your mind. What's the one moment of success or calm or confidence that you will start visualizing to take back control of your performance and your peace of mind?